Welcome back, episode 60. Oh my god, what is it? 3? 4? I don't know. 3, 4? 60, then Phil, then... Is the live stream, is that counted as one? Oh my
goodness. Is it?
Yeah, that's the only thing that's holding me up right now. Otherwise, it would be 63.
That's up to you to decide.
Let's not count that one, yeah. This is episode 63. Talking about Totally Not Mark, finally getting to the Sasuke Retrieval Arc. This is the second time we've done Sasuke Retrieval Arc.
Yeah, boy.
Specifically.
It's a horrible arc. And people need to realize that.
Cause I was in Reset Era and I was in the One Piece thread and they linked to this video and they were like, Mark got to the final good bit of Naruto. And I'm like,
oh my goodness.
First off, there's several good arcs right after this arc. And second, like, this is not a very good arc.
Oh, I don't see how people can say that after all these years. This is Mark as well, so we're going to get all the subtext and the comparisons. They were exploding in the Discord. I was just like, straight
Did you see the
mute.
Persona 4? Dude, they're exploding off that. They won it.
Straight mute, because I'm like, we're going to hit that video, because it looks bad.
We might need to do it for a live stream, because they won it.
Easy. How much just like feverish what is in there? Because now we got the second Jujutsu Kaisen versus Demon Slayer, the middle ground.
Yeah.
We got that Daniel Green, now this, and we got the shadow of Dritz always looming over us.
Boy, and it's in Emperor hoodie.
But from what they said in Discord, he gets fairly synopsis-y.
Okay.
So it can move a little bit faster now.
That's fair. I'm just scared on what there is to say thematically about it.
About which one exactly?
Naruto.
Naruto. This? Yeah. This. We're back to this.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Mark will find a way. He will get a bucket of water from a freshly dried towel. Just squeeze it. That mug will be full somehow.
Our cup runneth over, guy.
What? I just took that out the dryer, Mark. Hang on, let's see if he got any sort of special description for this. I saw him on Twitter.
Saying what?
Nope.
What could there possibly be to say? Like, here's my Sasuke Retrieval Arc review. Enjoy.
Where is he? There's our boy. Something that I think is worth mentioning as a reviewer on YouTube, one of the comments I semi-see regularly is that this feels rushed. When I write my reviews, I honestly try to talk about everything that impacted me, to share my experience. But it's blind. I can't predict what's popular with you or other people in the community, which, as it happens, I think makes my reviews worthwhile. I might spend time talking about something that you've not heard a perspective on regarding the story. Personally, I think these comments come from a good place, but at the end of the day, all I can do is try my best to share my experience. I know it may seem weird to you if I don't talk about a certain thing for long enough or at all, but this is my experience. The worst thing I can do as a reviewer is to just summarize the chapters. To me, it's lazy and would feel like a rush review. You guys just need to trust me that what I put out is the very best I suppose he meant, and honest effort I am capable of. I hope you understand. Let's keep this in mind, that I'm reading this story once and writing my script without knowing what's next. I don't have years of research mega fans of the series have had. If some talking points are popular, great, but I can't promise to have the same reaction.
He wholesale skipped so many important bits in the whole cake review.
He has editors, he has friends, people who go, okay, now watch this in the anime to get a better experience. And
does he have anybody proofreading his script? Because if he does, they should honestly just go, Mark, you should probably mention this. Like, throw in 3. Mark, what did you think about that? oh, well, I thought blah, blah. All right, put that in the script.
Mark, this is a big thing that people will want to hear what you say about. Even if you say it didn't really grab me like it is, but I can understand why people like it. At least say that instead of just not even mentioning it.
You can do 2.5 sentences on something that... Like, I just got done reading Beastars. Before I even knew all the future stuff, I could have wrote a review of arc by arc that would have talked on all the important things within that arc. Not just the things that I feel is important, but the actual, or that impacted me. Because it's not even what he feels is important. The things that impacted me in the story. What is he doing?
Oh, and this is going to be really special because this is your first time experiencing the Mark Naruto review.
Oh, yeah, because I didn't do the other one. Okay.
I've seen them all.
What? How could
Each
you?
and every one of them.
And?
Oh, they're horrible. Oh, they're awful.
How do you be horrible with the tuning exam? It's a fair... No way. It's a fairly straightforward arc.
How many sentences do you think he spent on anything Shikamaru related? I'm going to include the prelims, his fight with Temari, and his shadow stand against all those people.
That should be like...
Cut it in half.
How? Shika's like the best part of the tuning exam.
It is legitimately 5 sentences. Maybe.
I was thinking like 2.5 paragraphs.
Paragraphs?
Yes! Temari and Shika alone speaks to the out...
Literally 2 sentences. I don't have much to say about this because Shika himself said the people aren't here to see me, but he's smart and he's smart. Moving on.
No way. Dude, it's such a contrast to the hard-hitting, like, chakra and taijutsu stuff, where it's just like, we're gonna sit down and I'm gonna try to figure out your thing, get my thing, and I'm gonna lead you along in the battlefield throughout. Even though I'm not a strong person, I'm showing that I tactfully can still hang with stronger people.
With a legitimate monster like Temari, sister of Gata.
Legit broke bit.
Oh, here's Triton. Oh, where did it go?
What is he talking about?
He did mention Shika, but only said 2 sentences. Dude!
I'm so mad.
And then
Shika's so good.
It's really good. He's really good.
Even if you got 2 sentences for the prelim, cool.
0 sentences.
How much did he spend on Sakura Ino?
At least 6-7 minutes. He said he really liked that fight.
Cause thematically,
yeah, thematically. Yeah. Yeah, thematically.
So, I'm arguing with somebody because the Pusha T Drake thing got brought up again because of the new Kanye video. And they're like, Back to Back by Drake is like the last diss song that popped off. Everything else has been trash since like the early 2000s. And I'm like, what do you mean by pop off? And I hope it's not just like radio play. It's like, well, club and radio is a big part of what makes a diss song. I'm like, a diss song is as good or as bad as it's gonna be regardless of how many spins it gets. And that's how I feel about thematic things. A story is gonna be as good or as bad as it's gonna be regardless of the themes you pull from it.
Don't try to make a bad thing good with themes.
Don't try to make a mediocre thing amazing with themes. Sakura Ino, the tale of them, it's pretty good. That's what I'll give you. I'll shrug my shoulders and go pretty good. I'm not going to spend 6-7 minutes going, God, the thematic message of shut up.
Don't shut up. One more thing. Somebody replied to him. And I totally understand, especially under Schmidt. If these stories have hour-long content make sense, why you would leave them out? In my opinion, there's just certain things I feel that should have been at least mentioned, no matter how positive or negative. Like the main villain from your first Naruto review, because he just straight up did not mention the story of Zabuza and Haku. There was a little editor's note of he does not talk about Zabuza nor Haku in this video. And when he did talk about Zabuza, he said Zabuza. And Mark's reply, I mentioned them in later reviews.
Oh my god, you don't that's the main villain of the arc.
To me, they didn't make a big
It would be like, no, shut up. It would be like if he was talking about Dragon Ball and then went, well, I mentioned Vegeta later on. Yeah. I mentioned Nappa later on.
It was all about the feeling of Krillin carrying the spirit bomb and the bouncing off. That's what we need to talk about.
It's Gohan's coming of age story, and I talk about Frieza later on. I don't see what your problem is.
To me,
it's disrespectful.
That's what it is. Not only to the manga itself, because you're not talking about the story, but to the people that want this. And you're just going...
Yeah, I feel like I'm a lot of Naruto.
I'm not even going to mention the two main villains, one of which who had a very profound impact on Naruto himself. I think to this point, I don't know what's going on in this video, but to this point right here, he has not said the word Sharingan. How? It's almost impossible, isn't it?
That's almost impossible.
Almost,
because the whole thing was Sasuke didn't activate his Sharingan yet, and he activated it thanks to the danger that was present with his friends, which he never had because he was a loner kid. So it speaks a lot to him softening up to the people around him. And
that's actually not what Mark wants to talk about.
What does he want to talk about?
He talked a lot about Naruto as a character and change and growth and relatability.
Relatability means 0.
It means 100. I mentioned them in later reviews. To me, they didn't make a big impact.
But they got Zabuza and Haku didn't make a big impact. What is a big impact?
What does he want?
No, what is a big impact of a villain? What is a villain where you go, that's a big impact?
I mean, he was just like whatever on Big Mom's backstory. And that was money.
Mark is a terrible reviewer.
Really bad.
I can't speak to him too much as a YouTuber outside of just reviewing stuff with the whole shonen fight perfected, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. I can't speak to him outside of his review stuff. He is a terrible reviewer.
I don't see what the problem is with giving people what they want. It's just that simple.
And
2-3 minutes on Zabuza and Haku.
It's two different sides of the coin of terrible for something like Dritch and Mark versus something like Bricky and the Coco
Couch
dude.
Guy.
Yeah.
That's what somebody in the Discord said. It was just like, it should be 2 separate worst of all times. Because there's people that put in effort, like these people, and then there's people
they're just really bad.
Don't. And the people that don't are just as bad for a completely different reason. We got to get to this video, so let me just finish this off.
Yep.
But they made a bigger impact retroactively later when I remembered its relation to something else in the story.
They made a bigger impact retroactively when I realized it related to something later in the story. So his whole thing was thematic. Mm-hmm. It didn't make a thematic impact.
In the moment, it didn't matter. What they were going through, ninja tools, hey, I actually did like you, even though I pretended I didn't, and that didn't matter. But then later, he was just like, oh, okay, now I get it.
All right, let's
and then the person that commented the first time just cucked down. That's true, and I agree.
No, that's not true.
I like what you
Hey,
did.
hey, iPad Wolf, talk your
Oh, you spitting, homie.
You spitting facts. Talk your wolf.
Open your mouth and flames come out like it ain't nothing. Went in on them. He's just like no sugar coating. Like,
what are we doing here?
This is what y'all been bumping.
All these other creators soft shoeing around. You know, it didn't impact me as much, but I understand why would you. Here comes Cat Wolf going, hey yo, this is horrible.
And the people that's worried about me making a video I don't care enough.
Like, and the people, and don't attach yourself too much to what other people think. You cowards!
Oh,
talk your wolf.
He went. I don't know where that came from. Man must have been bored or just like, I ain't been sleeping in 3 days, or he just finished watching it just so pissed like, I got nothing for this. I don't care enough. I don't unfollow me, leave me, whatever. If you're gonna do that over in ReZero, that's all I meant to you. Yeah, let's finally.
Yep.
16 minutes.
8. Oh dang, that is 16. Wolf. Gotta hit it with the mouse first.
This video is sponsored by Raycon.
Yeah, it is.
As you guys know, I'm doing these reviews completely blind.
What?
I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
The YouTuber faces,
the
noises,
dude. This in vaudeville face acting sort of. It's like you don't need to be over the top.
You guys know, I'm doing these reviews completely blind.
What?
And so, all I see when I look at my bookshelf is a clear delineation between two colors, white and black. These obviously represent two separate parts of Naruto, and because I only had one arc left in the white section, I was interested to see just how Kishimoto would end this part of the story. And I'm gonna be honest, I also looked at this last arc, and instead of seeing just a story, I saw 8 full volumes for me to finish reading before I could begin writing this video. However, once I finished this arc, I noticed something. Something I had harshly criticized this story for not having has now become one of its strongest attributes. Today, I want to share with you all my first impressions and review for the final arc.
No, what is it? I need to know now.
We will in like 18 minutes. And that thing I was telling y'all about? This. You know how it go. We back, baby.
Never left.
Review for the final arc of original Naruto. And what an arc it is.
Wow, that was not
is not an AMV maker.
That was not AMV stuff.
This is known throughout the entirety of the reviews. Because that song is played and it is AMV quality-esque and it's never good. Outsource it.
I feel like
$50. Somebody will do that in 6 seconds.
I feel like I might want to do this for him.
Hey, this is how it should be done.
Hey, here you go, editor side. Hey,
oh, thanks a lot. And also check out this video and this video and this video. Oh no, blocked. Get ready for it.
Whack.
That's rude. Some people ain't got it in the veins.
No, not the AMV stuff.
Okay. Oh,
the finger thing.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Whack.
1,000,000%.
Remember when I said that I looked on with concern at the 8 full volumes of manga I had to read and review this week? Well,
I had forgotten about his little chuckles throughout.
Little things about Mark, you come back to it and you're just like, man.
It's Mark.
What an idiot I was. The
Did
material
he use the same?
Well, of course, why wouldn't he? It was such a good take.
You have you. It's not even like you need to go get any more resources or anybody to come in or anything. You're here. You're always here. Do another take.
I wonder if he just sent that one clip to editor side and like, here you go. Is all you get of me. Also, it looks like Mark not sleeping. He got them CM Punk bags.
The material
my
in
goodness.
these volumes are easily some of the most simple in terms of story, but also have, I think, the very best paneling and layout work from Kishi.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this, yo. When did paneling become such a fervent topic where it should be heralded as anything?
Because
I just read.
Oceanus has 2 separate videos that I know of that are just like the paneling of My Hero and the paneling of Jujutsu Kaisen. What is this?
There's been like 4 times I could think of where I was like, wow, that's some really cool shit they're doing with the panel. There's one in Beastars where they're walking in one panel and it splits off like diagonally, and the character tripped over the split. But he actually tripped over something in the story, but it looks like he tripped over the panel. That to me is something interesting paneling wise. Other than that, it's just whatever.
There was one manga that I read. I do not remember what it was, but on the left side, you know, that's the later half. Somebody shot a gun to the right side, and it had traveled. You could see the traveling of the gun, but then on the right side, it was a bird just sort of like flying by. And it looked like it was the gun traveling, and then it turned into a bird, and it was just a straight thing. And I was like, "Hell, that's pretty good." But that was it.
Yeah,
there's sometimes where, you know, the paneling and sometimes characters will sort of come out of the paneling. That I like that, but man, I don't
simplistic stuff like constantly talking about the way things are slanted or curved or the way it draws the viewer's eye to a specific thing. I mean, the technical aspect of mangas and manga creation matters so very little to me over what you're presenting on the page. Not how you present it. It's like having a beautifully laid out meal, but it tastes like sand. Like I'd rather you taste good and look a little sloppy than you taste but it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Moto that I've seen yet, making the entire process of reading deceptively quick and seamless. I'm telling you, I was slamming volumes like pints at Christmas. Often when it comes,
because it's just a lot of fighting. It's a lot of
single panel, single page, big spread.
Yeah. There's not too much going on thinking wise with Choji. There's the backstory stuff, but it's just hitting and your friends abandoned you. You got your thinky stuff with Shika. Kiba's running most of the time.
This is Mark's job, correct?
Correct.
How does he find it so hard to read like 50 chapters when he has a week to do so?
Yeah, I can burn that out in a day.
I read all of Beastars, which is 192, in a day and a half to 2 days. Like,
but then again, it's reading and writing and.
But here's the thing: when you're talking about reading and writing, is he writing as he's reading, or is he going, okay, this is the stuff I finished reading it. This is the stuff I want to talk about. Let me write it now. Let me write down because if he's talking about him, I can't imagine he's doing it while reading. Otherwise, he would have the important points to talk about and then expand on it when he's finished.
But I can't imagine him doing it afterwards because you forget a whole lot when you do it that way. And you have to go back and sort of skim and even then you're missing stuff.
So do you think he reads like 7 chapters and then writes out like that portion of the script?
Sounds
like
Naruto stab hands = growth through whatever.
That sounds horrible.
Or maybe, you know, some people have those little colored bookmark things, so he just sort of pops that in and just goes, this is something that I want to talk about. And then he can go back and reference it.
Because however he's structuring his reviews, I think he needs to try it a different way. Because I don't think he's talking about the things he should be talking about. And whether that's forgetfulness after the fact or writing it down and going, nah, that's not important enough. and then he just erases the entirety of Zabuza and Haku. Zabuza and Haku, sorry.
We go back to this over and over. Blind review is not a good title for it. Impressions, there wouldn't really be these issues.
Yes, but these are my blind impressions.
Means a lot.
Reviews means you are absorbing the information, talking about it, and critiquing, analyzing however you want to do it. Judging it, blah, blah, blah.
But you're missing just whole swaths of story. Just wholesale gone.
It'd be like if you reviewed Call of Duty and didn't talk about the gunplay. And then you were like, the gunplays, I understand why it's important to some of y'all, but the presentation and the movement and that's what impacts me. And, these are just my personal...
I mean, because, I'm a character guy, but when it comes down to it, I'm like, yo, Lucci versus Luffy was a good fight. No matter what. If I'm talking about Water 7 CP9, I'm talking about the fights as well. But this dude just does not, just wholesale. The main villains, gone. Sharingan, not said once. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Behind these famous mangas, the development or change of their respective artistic approaches, styles, occurs unconsciously and gradually over time. JoJo, Dragon Ball, and One Piece are clear and striking examples of this phenomenon. Comparing their work from the beginning of their run to their most recent stuff highlights my point. Natural changes occur. And while some of this can explain part of what's happened to Kishimoto's work here as a mangaka, I think there's also a very conscious effort being exerted here.
Of what? Of doing what? Of achieving what? What are you talking about? Your preamble is going to be longer than the descriptor.
Oh my goodness. He really should just ask himself as he's reading this, do people fully understand what I'm saying? And if they can't, can the editor properly convey it?
Here's the problem. He talks about how it's his experience, and because of that, it's going to be different from yours, blah, 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 blah. But you're explaining your experience, but you're acting like we experienced what you experienced, so we understand what you're talking about offhand. I don't know what you're talking about, Mark. Please explain it before you start talking about this stuff. See, this is Mark's review style. He builds up, hits that, and he wants that to be the lingering thing, the panel layout, this, blah, 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 instead of that and then the explanation being the meat. He wants the reveal of what he's talking about to be the meat, because that's what he wants you to remember. Wow, it really was great. He built it up so bad, and the bang was fantastic. No, what were you saying before then? Because I don't remember that.
Volume 20.
Huh.
Look at that.
Sorry, y'all, cutting the heat off. It goes. I got you, move. Oh, you got it. Speaking of heat, I don't know why Mark gets me so riled up.
He's very... He hits the two things that I think is the worst for us, which is saying nothing and big themes. So either you're saying absolutely nothing or you're looking far too into it. And that's just like, talk about what is going on.
I also feel like it's a problem in that you did not turn that off all the way.
Well, why did it turn off? You saw it.
I also feel like it's a problem in that he doesn't it's to the right. Yeah, there you go, buddy. He feels like a pseudo intellectual, to where it's like, I am an authority on manga and paneling, and
it also hurts that we factually know he's seen less than 20 things. So why are you talking about paneling? What kind of expert are you in this?
It'd be like if you play 7 video games and be like, I know everything about the technical, the bugs, and the...
here. In the beginning of volume 20, Kishimoto vents his frustrations with the manga format, drawing from top right to bottom left, calling it limiting. And this frustration can be felt in the volumes concerning this section specifically, sporting gorgeous pages and panels that really grab my attention, the likes of which I haven't seen much from Kishimoto at all. It's wonderful to see a mangaka 200 chapters into his career still trying to push himself to innovate.
Draw pretty.
And I don't know what he means by the panel layout. He said the paneling layout is limiting in what aspect?
Top right to bottom left.
What's limiting about it?
It would have really helped if we saw the actual quote. Yeah, I don't
About this change compared to the aforementioned mangaka is that Kishimoto's transition is directly influenced by the very thing that's trying to mimic him. That's right, Kishimoto was directly influenced by Naruto's anime's character designer Tetsuya Nishio. He saw some amazing design work coming from Nishio on the anime and loved how it seemed like such a great mix of seinen and shonen styles. He thought it was the ideal art style he'd been looking for, and ever since he'd been mimicking Nishio's drawings. In a lot of these author notes sections, Kishimoto brings up many famous animators like...
Can we get a side by side of
The...
Because he just says it, and I don't know what he means, and I don't care.
Without knowing what
Yeah, you just saying, I don't care what... More nothing.
sections, Kishimoto brings up many famous animators such as Hiroyuki Okiura, who worked on super famous scenes on things like Ghost in the Shell and Akira, which makes me think he's a bit of an animation nut. I mentioned one particular animator who has largely defined what Naruto action is, and that's Norio Matsumoto. Sasuke versus Orochimaru, Rock Lee versus Gaara, Orochimaru versus the third Hokage, and now Naruto versus Sasuke. All these iconic scenes come from this man, and as I've watched those and continued to read, I've noticed Kishimoto's work beginning to resemble the energy and posing found in Matsumoto's work. I can only theorize. What are you
talking about? Look, he's diving just like Sasuke was diving, and he's. You see it? He's just doing the thing that he did, and now the thing is here now.
What does this matter for the Sasuke retrieval arc?
That's a great question.
About his influence here, but given Kishimoto's love of animation, it seems like a safe bet. Having already achieved so much notoriety in the industry with so many people at this point looking up to him, I think it's a great sign of a mangaka and a person to be able to look outward and inward for a means to try and improve himself. It really does seem like the more I learn about Kishimoto as a person, the more I realize how close he is to Naruto as a character.
Why in your review are you trying to learn about the mangaka as opposed to just the works that he presented?
Oda is the author of Komi. I know nothing about them. Male, female, how old, growing up, nothing. Make a fantastic manga, and that's all I need to know. Already did this.
While the conclusions to the prior arc's activity with the assault on the village after being dealt with and the selection of the latest Hokage after being finalized, I was fully expecting this arc to feel like a footnote after everything that's happened.
Pause. How many times has he said that? Oh, you know what? You haven't seen the other ones. He said that a lot in these.
See, the problem with Mark, and I know we keep saying this.
There's so many problems with Mark.
There's so many problems with Mark. The problem with Mark is that he always wants that thing to feel big. So I was expecting, a ho-hum, blah, blah. But no, it blew my socks off in my ball.
He needs, that's what he needs. That's that face in the beginning. That's what he assumes the audience needs to hear and see in order to feel engaged.
I think Mark might be one of the purest forms of hype beast. Or, you know what? He's a nuanced hype beast. Whereas other hype beasts are like, blah, blah, the punch. He's just like, I was expecting, you know, a whole, but my God, the way it explodes off the page, and
because that's probably what the issue is with that part 2 of the Chimera Ant arc. You didn't get a whole lot of that.
And him big mad, so double up. Oh, it wasn't enough. Oh, I still don't like it.
Mark is an enigma.
Is he a feel level? No, there's nothing that could be that.
No, absolutely not.
Is he like half a feel level?
No. You need to watch the pre-stream. That man put on his clown shoes and his wig, and he was juking and jiving.
I saw the faces he was making. That old slant mouth face.
This dude, he was pissing me off so much. Because you could tell, because he had 700-800 viewers. And he felt like he needed to put on a show to keep them.
Yeah. So people were like, oh, that Phil guy was pretty funny. Let me go back to him someday.
It was.
Instead of the whole hum, why aren't you guys just giving me money?
Shaking with anger. He was... Dude, I'm just like, you are the epitome of a children's entertainer.
Yes.
I know
just because your hair isn't blue doesn't mean you aren't the Muppet.
That's not the only thing that separates the two of you.
And it's funny that the Muppets always have like that open mouth thing. And Phil does the same.
So much. But no exaggeration. He got a member. We got a new member. We got a new member. He did it 4 times in a row within the span of like 2 minutes.
Just set up the sound on OBS or
just don't. Just throw it out.
No, he could have it for the pre-stream when new members, when money comes in. He
That's
can have
work.
it specific.
That's too much work.
No, it's a scene. Because he switches the scenes anyway, so why not add source sound clip when this happens? And then the gameplay scene has none of those sound clips.
That's work.
Yeah, but it's your job.
Pick up, click. Look blankly into the camera, clear throat, put it down sadly. And
then I know we're off topic, guys. We've been this way. This is a bad review. This is a bad revisiting. I can feel it. This is gonna be a lot of rambling, yo.
I can feel
it. It's gonna be a lot of rambling, yo. But it's so disgusting the way he's trying to coerce his fans into buying a PC so he can use Steam Deck. Like Stream Deck does not work with what you got, which it absolutely does, because it is a small program hit.
It's crazy. One day he was just like, I need a new PC. My PC's eating up 60 to 90% of my CPU right now. It's like, Phil, you don't know exactly the percent it's eating up? Are you lying, or are you just saying?
Is it eating it up because you're streaming, which takes a lot of CPU? Switch it to the GPU and buy a new GPU to throw in there. You probably got like an i5 something.
The shucking and jiving that he was doing was outrageous. That's all I will say about that. He was in rare form for an almost 40-year-old man. I'm like, you have no shame.
That's the thing. He has no shame. Of course, why would he?
And then just the sneak distance on Keemstar.
After acting like he was too big for it. If Keem really wanted to, he could have contacted me. Flush.
You piece of garbage.
Oh, man, he sucks.
What the are you doing?
Bro, y'all are lucky that this kid and I do not do a field video twice a week.
Because we could.
Let's just take a random pre-stream he did and just talk about it.
Or just one of the people, the Mr. Hut stuff, the same old people, those people, because just get the condensed horrible thing.
Y'all lucky, because my God. Y'all, it'd be
coming.
It'd be embarrassing if y'all had a camera here and just heard all the times we talk about Phil off stream, off camera, whatever. We love this man.
He's great. He's fantastic. Back to Mark.
I was wrong. Despite being one of the longest arcs among the material.
And of course, he does not explain exactly why he believed that it would be a ho-hum, whatever.
No, that's another thing. It's not like he's drawing from past experience of manga, because he doesn't have much under his belt anyway. But it's not like he's drawing from past experience where it was like, oh, it was so up, it was so up, it was so up. We need some cool down
nice
arcs.
Cool down.
It's not even like that. It's just like, okay, we did the cool down arc, which was go get Tsunade. And now I'm just expecting even more of a cool down.
What was he expecting next? Just more? I can't even say more Team 7 missions because we got one of them.
Material I've covered so far, the story in question is remarkably simple, which meant that a lot of space was given to this arc's various components to breathe, build up, and climax appropriately. And boy, do...
As opposed to inappropriately based on what? What are you talking about that climax inappropriately? Don't think of a joke there, people.
Hey, whatever. He's Mark. He can say whatever he want and move along.
They climax appropriately. The first act of this arc is the one that carries most of the heavy lifting from an expository and foundational sense, upon which the rest of the arc launches from comfortably. That said, the rest of this arc consists of a series of fights and chase scenes, and that might not sound interesting, but Kishimoto makes it work really well.
A series of
fights. Hey!
And chase scenes? That could be absolutely. That's all in part 7 is.
I mean, and it's you need to get Sasuke before this thing happens, and it's 5 people who are incredibly strong. How could this not be interesting?
Shino not here though.
No, Shino is currently absent, unfortunately. Hang up the sign.
If I could describe this arc in one word, it would be cathartic and focused.
What arc isn't focused? I wonder what you believe is. I really wish he would explain the other side of whatever he says. This arc is very focused. Okay. What I mean by focused is this. Because unlike arcs like Blah, which did this, and Blah that did this,
it's so easy to compare and contrast.
But he just goes, it's cathartic and focused.
Having come off the back of a rip-roaring couple of arcs with more conflict than you could swing a cat at, going into this, I was...
What?
Why are you swinging cats, Mark?
There are no...
But
prominent cats in Naruto.
But the last arc where he learned the Rasengan, that was one of them. No.
What?
That was not one of them high octave blah 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 arcs.
Big snake, big frog, big slug.
Yep.
Big punch.
Yep.
Was
the fight even good?
Just like, and then a sword came out of his mouth. How did it get there? What jutsu is that? Who knows? Shut up.
Were the fights
what's that?
How you get mad at your own revelation?
It's like, was the fight even good? Who's to say? Because they were all weakened.
No.
Tsunade being the
eyes
blood
to say. No.
I would say that it is above serviceable. It is exceptionally adequate.
Okay. What is the most adequate fight of Naruto? I'm not even talking about Shonen, just of Naruto. What is the middle of the pack fight from Naruto?
Nope, not that. Probably. So I got. I'll put first round Sasuke versus sucking chakra man.
Okay. You think that's adequate?
Yeah, I'd say they're pretty adequate.
I'd say
It's not doing anything amazing. It's not.
Okay,
It's not
keep it moving.
really.
Keep it moving.
I'd say Naruto versus Kiba is pretty good.
I go as far as very good. I go as far as to say secretly the best fight of the prelim.
No, we don't need that juju on us. We got it so much last time. Dang, that's probably it. The finals. No, that was a bad fight. Thinking Naruto Neji, you're like, oh no. Rescue Sasuke. Neji versus Kimi, the spider dude.
Kino.
I'd say that was in the good category.
Absolutely.
The Choji was in the bad category.
Absolutely.
The Kiba is in the nothing category.
Absolutely.
The Shika is in the good category.
Absolutely.
Could we say the Gaara, Naruto, Kimi, Rock Lee?
And adequate?
Yeah.
Drug Lee alone puts it above that. Sorry.
All right, fine.
Just the fact that he held up the fight for his medicine and Kimi was like, sure. Says a lot.
Nothing in Rescue Tsunade. Other than the frog thing. Like I said, shut up. Is that it?
Zabuza and Haku, please.
Yeah,
put that in the good.
That's in the good category.
So you're telling me this is a bottom 2 fight in Naruto? That's actually a fight. Like I said.
Okay, no. Looking at the screen right now, I'd put the whole Gaara fight in that whatever adequate category.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
Forgot about that.
So it's a bottom 3 fight.
The frog explosion.
Yes.
The frog. No, it's not. Worst things. Sakura Ino.
Okay.
Real fights. I'm not going Choji versus Vibrating Man who took him out after one ball. Oh no. Oh no. Choji and big buff man.
Yep.
It can't go Kiba because that's not a fight. That was established. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, prelims, Kiba.
We got the forest fight maybe. The entirety of not the Orochi, but the sound versus Sakura Lee, Shikacho got
No, because I like the Sakura thing.
There we go.
Oh no. Is this the third worst fight in Naruto? Oh, how did it come to this?
Like I said before,
I suppose it is then.
That fight is not very good.
I suppose it is.
The entire purpose of that was that it's a very involved training arc that just so happens to have a meh fight after it. Mm-hmm. So why would he think that we're not going back up when we just had a whole whatever?
Because that had a lot of story and stuff attached to it. He talked a lot about the Tsunade thing.
Well, of course he did. The parallels of it.
I don't think he farted, but
he farted over the mic through his mouth.
Oh, that's all this is.
The direction Kishimoto was going to take. Sure, we'd have to deal with the aftermath of the attack on the village and Lady Tsunade settling into her new position, but outside of that, I didn't see much else to deal with outside.
Pause. And we barely see that. We get like 4 or 5 scenes of Tsunade following this.
Yep. And
then 2-year time skip and she's just the Hokage.
I'm good.
No problems.
Outside of that, I didn't see much else to deal with outside of...
You don't see much else to deal with. when do you see stuff to deal with in Naruto?
He most certainly didn't see anything to deal with Zabuza and Haku.
After Zabuza and Haku, are you like, well, I don't see what's left to deal with. After the Chunin exams, well, I don't see what's left to deal with except needing a new Hokage. Well, I don't see, and you could just keep going. I don't see, but outside of having to take down the Akatsuki.
Anybody at any time can just rock up into the village like, yo, it's me. Mm-hmm. And that's...
Y'all threw me out 13 years ago, and I'm back for my revenge.
Unless there's like a direct thread leading back to that person, at any point in time, that could happen. And hey, guess what? That's what did happen. You got Itachi, who is, of course, Sasuke's brother and a member of the Akatsuki. Then you just got this big fish guy. Didn't really need him. If he had just shown up by himself, it'd be like, the f is this? But you got the, oh my goodness, this is Sasuke's brother. But big fish guy and Datara and Sasori rock up? What would that have been like? Like, who are these chodes? Why should we care about these two bums?
Perhaps the Itachi and Sasuke conflict. In the last arc, while I didn't speak much about it, Itachi...
What?
Why he don't not speak about it back then and then just start amending crap?
Oh, because now it's important.
Now it's important.
You didn't recognize it as important to the story, and you didn't recognize it as important to yourself, so you didn't mention it. But now it's important to the story, and because it's important to the story, now it's important to you.
Now I can mention it.
Speak much about it, Itachi very much cemented himself as one of the most terrifying major players in the story. As soon as he appeared on the other side of the door facing Naruto, I sincerely felt the tension and pressure rise, which is exactly...
How often do you feel tension and pressure rising when you're reading a manga?
Infinity times.
Cool. Welcome to the club.
It's not a very special thing. It's that's the purpose of really like weekly manga. They'll leave off on a cliffhanger, and
it's the purpose of media to elicit reactions and feelings out of the audience. Mm-hmm. They don't want you to watch a movie and go and just be stone faced
as expected.
As that is the qualification of a movie. And I am out of here.
This is what I wanted. This is everything that needed to happen, and it did happen, and no children were hurt or dogs or anything. I'm not on the edge of my seat. I experienced this. Goodbye.
I am comfortably in the center of my seat.
Impression you want from a major villain or antagonist, and the action and drama that took fuel from that encounter as Sasuke entered the fray to make the save on Naruto, it felt like a monumental moment in every sense of the word that was building to something. However, then the rug is pulled from beneath us. Despite the other arcs that make up the rest of this first part of Naruto being somewhat more complex with a greater number of moving parts,
wait, what?
Make up the rest of this first part of Naruto. The rug is pulled from beneath us. Despite the other arcs that make up the rest of this first part of Naruto being somewhat more complex.
Despite the rest of these arcs. So that means every arc after this encounter, which is 2 arcs. Go get Tsunade, go rescue Sasuke. You've already said Sasuke was super simplistic. So the one arc you're talking about is go get Tsunade.
You're nitpicking.
No, because he literally said the rest.
That's not what he meant. Mark. No.
He at best he meant the other arcs.
Yes.
The rest implies the ones that are still to come.
Mm-hmm.
The greater number of moving parts, this arc and its 8 volumes primarily concern themselves with Sasuke's relationship with his brother and the choices he makes in seeking revenge in response to that.
Pause. The 8 volumes?
Okay, so that was my fault. He's talking about the rest before
this.
Okay. Yes, that makes a lot more sense.
So does he mean that the Rescue Sasuke arc is just about the primarily dealing with his revenge thing?
Yes, I would say so, because even going to get Sasuke, that's because of his revenge thing. Everything is Sasuke's revenge is the catalyst for this arc.
Sure, it's the catalyst, but the primary thing, because we got the full backstory of Choji, which we had never experienced before.
Secondary.
We got Shika coming into his own as a leader, and
Secondary.
thus later becoming the number 2 to the Hokage.
That only happened directly because of Sasuke's revenge.
But the closing of Neji's arc and
Secondary. What did they do for the story? Did Hyuga suddenly go, all right, we're stronger because now we're together?
Boy,
no more slaves?
Them Hyuga's chests. They might as well have just all had heart attacks. Because ain't nobody talking about them bad. What, like, outside of the daddy and the Neji, what, like, in little cousin Hyuga do we see?
We see Hanabi, we see the father, uncle, and Neji, and Hinata.
What other month do we see? They don't exist. We see more of Aoi. He got one of them bastards' eyes.
I loved it. My biggest complaint after I finished the very first arc of Naruto was that it felt somewhat unfocused. And now in this arc, not only are...
The first arc of Naruto felt unfocused, but he said the first arc of Naruto felt unfocused. In what way? We got the motivation of Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. How Sakura feels about Naruto, how Naruto feels about Sakura, and all those triangles. We got little bits and pieces about Kakashi, the Eye,
and them becoming
the clan,
a team,
and the fight with Zabuza and Haku. What was unfocused? It was essentially 6 characters. The bridge builder and the kid, I suppose. We're up to 8 characters. The bridge builder didn't really get anything. The kid, he only got, hey, my daddy is dead. Sakura, she didn't.
He was a ninja. You ninjas suck, whatever. What?
He did not mention anything about the first arc feeling unfocused when he did the first arc review. But now, retroactively, somehow, for some reason that we don't know and he's not going to talk about, it felt unfocused.
Did he say one of his main complaints?
with his brother and the choices he makes in seeking revenge in response to that. And I loved it. My biggest complaint after I finished the very first arc of Naruto was that it felt somewhat unfocused. And now in this arc, not only are things incredibly simple, but each facet of this arc now receives ample attention.
Pause.
Okay, so that means the first arc didn't receive enough attention for whatever. I don't know what didn't. I don't know what he's talking about.
No. And I'm just wondering, does he want simple or does he want complex? What is he after? It looks like he wants one thing in one moment and one thing on the other.
Mark is so frustrated.
He really is.
Like, I can never get a bead for what he wants and values out of a story.
Sasuke versus Naruto Round 1. Funnily enough, despite being mentioned once before that Sasuke desired to test himself against Naruto, this matchup for one reason or another faded into the back of my subconscious as something I either didn't know I wanted or one that I totally forgot about. And I have no idea why, because on paper these two squaring off makes complete sense and are a terrific matchup narratively speaking. I mentioned before...
Narratively speaking, they're a fantastic matchup. Cool.
They both talked about wanting to fight each other several times throughout the series.
Yeah, but I got 8 volumes, so...
Or get speed read that. I guess I didn't know that I wanted these two protagonists.
I guess I didn't know I wanted the rival characters to actually have a confrontation.
I guess I didn't know that I wanted that. Wow, Mark.
An earlier video that I felt the closer Naruto came to achieving his goal, the farther away Sasuke would be pushed by his. With Orochimaru having laid that metaphorical Chekhov's gun before us when he said Sasuke needs to seek out more...
No, Naruto is so melodramatic.
It's the intro. It can do that.
Okay, but Luffy impuled down his da 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 da, and here goes this grabbing the headband. Here's Naruto and Sakura, and then
oh, and then they're in the gates of the shop. And then they're all unfocused and they're looking all sad. And then the big panning shot of all the rescue Sasuke team as they're just standing there, stationary.
They're
It's
never.
the opening.
Hey,
they're allowed to be a bit
why
dramatic.
aren't they happy?
They're allowed.
They're rarely happy.
They're pretty happy in the filler ones.
Yeah, I'm not counting the filler ones. They're going on strike. They're looking for the ramen of life.
Curry
Of life. I'm not fillers.
I'm pretty sure the first one is this Shippuden. Why is Shippuden before? Whatever. Is the first shot that we get a full face Naruto a smile? I'm pretty sure it's a smile.
It might be.
It was a come on. Ooh.
Nope.
Oh no. He's
Nope.
pretty scowly.
Nope.
Nobody's smiling
Yep.
there.
Yep.
They're all smiling.
Yep. Okay, that's the first one.
Oh,
Let me get two.
Timestamps. Thank you so much.
Let me get two.
What is this German? Why is it in German? Whatever, dude. YouTube is a
Stomp.
get. Oh no, we still got down votes for now.
For now. No, I didn't see him in one of the videos I was looking at.
I know
earlier.
Phil. He's
Over the
victory
moon.
lap. Taps temple in mentally ill people smiling. There's a bunch of smiling.
I don't know if he's happy. That could be cocky smiles.
I know Sakura's
Yeah.
happy. Look at Kakashi. He was
Yeah, okay,
he was
whatever,
chilling.
dude. All right, now after this, what do we get?
No.
No. I'm talking about this part.
You know, kind of happy.
Yeah, okay, kind of happy.
Nobody. Oh no, that's cocky. Look at Guy. He's chilling.
I told y'all this is gonna be an unfocused episode.
I just like it's so stupid. It's boy. Are they good? There's some good ones in there. I remember this.
Whoa! Oh my God! How melodramatic!
That's just
It's a desert
okay,
place.
no, but this is supposed to be melodramatic. It's oh my goodness. Is this?
Naruto motherfucker.
They're all just in sepia toned children walking around. Look at this!
Yeah, that kind of.
Are they contemplating their death? Smile at y'all students. Hold a guy too. Oh yeah, here he comes. It's in worse Hokage. He ain't got to smile about.
Oh my God, the water. That's so dramatic.
Get this trash. Oh, and then they run up.
Oh, it's so dramatic, dude.
Go is happy. Is it happy? It's pretty happy. Fighting Dreamers.
Fighting Dreamers, I'll give you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Fighting Dreamers is a happy one.
Won a lot of steal shots.
That might be why it's so happy.
No, it's actually not extremely happy. What's the next one?
Oh, yeah.
Shut. Oh, they're back to back in the rooftop with the get. Oh, in
It's all fit.
take this.
Oh my God, dude, it's so.
It is. Oh, and then they do their moves, and Choji just gets knocked down. And
Dude.
this part is really bad with the You get the headband. That's really bad part. I'm sorry.
And then it just slides so sadly out of his hand. I play a flute.
I just clap my hands.
He should be the pro tag.
No, that's not. Rock Lee isn't. He doesn't deserve it. Oh my! Oh, and then the This is horrible. No boy, no cry, yo, cry, yo, cry. Shonen yo, kite kure, shunen nante. This is the hype.
This is the hype.
This is the hype. This is you to you in my veins. So they want to go to Wahita. Yo, boy.
Yeah, but look at the melodrama.
They get the gush in the filler.
Look at the melodrama.
Absolutely. I'll give you that.
Okay, I just want you to
They're just standing in a line. Looking at what?
looking at what?
Well, you gotta think about
that. All right, line up. All right, what we doing?
I don't know if I unironically or I ironically like just yelling Japanese men. Just like, that's why
that guttural yelling.
Yeah. That's why my favorite part of Hero Comeback is the yelling part. That's the hype-ish, yo. You telling me it's not? Oh, here we go with Hero Comeback in that part. What is this episode? Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Dude, look at this melodrama. Bush. You gotta go a little way.
Why this for the first one?
It's a really bad comeback.
It's horrible.
It's almost as bad as this ratio.
One Piece, and we go after the time skip. What? There's no comparison.
Of course, Naruto wins.
Get it on! Make some noise! Oh, it's the hype-ish! If it was not for the absolute feces surrounding it, I'd be bumping that. But it is two turds and some delicious meat in the middle. It's like I can't even get the meat because the turds always gonna be touching it.
You can always smell it.
I don't know if it done dripped or anything. I don't want the meat because the turds. But in the times that I can admire the meat from afar. Yeah. And this is me just going, what's going on? That's the hype.
Heroes come back. It goes to shit.
It's just a little wimpy, oh my goodness. And Droopy Dog comes into the, it's like, no, we don't need that. That's not the energy we're going for. Why that first?
It should have been like the fourth song. Maybe even a filler arc song.
Let's see if the first and fourth could be switched.
I can rock with this for the first.
No, this would be like reflective.
Yeah, I can rock with this with the first.
Well, they sure do like in just standing and lifting their heads as stuff goes on in the background, don't they?
I could have rocked with that song.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Dog, this is a bad ratio.
Yeah.
This is a really bad ratio. I'm sorry,
Yo,
y'all.
it's Mark.
We
gotta do whatever we can to not hear him talk.
Said Sasuke needs to seek out more power by embracing the darkness in his heart, I knew this scene or sequence of events would play out like this, and it's so much better than I thought it would be. Made possible thanks to some key pieces of symbolism laid out across this series. The initial fight...
You see, we were having fun.
We were having so
that?
much fun, y'all.
And talking about dumb melodramatic Naruto openings. And now we gotta go back to wonderful symbolism laid out.
Throughout the series.
Man,
Who wants this?
why it gotta be like this?
Why does it have to be this way? Why can't we be happy?
to some key pieces of symbolism laid out across this series. The initial fight that kicks off this arc's activity is short but punctuated powerfully by a striking visual by really putting into perspective the gap that's appearing between himself and Naruto. However, at this point in the story, I think it's important to point out that their relationship isn't necessarily interesting to me because of their dynamic on its own, and that largely has to do with Kakashi and Jiraiya pretty much telling us explicitly what's happening narratively between them. We're not left to understand this on our own by reading the material and understanding it ourselves, and as a result, this exposition feels clunky and did take away from this short but opening fight between them.
Okay. You weren't interested in their relationship because someone said what their relationship was. Even though you're lauding this for being simplistic.
Both.
And because they don't require you to think too hard on it, you can focus more.
Mark wanted to see what he wanted to see, not to be told what to see. It's like, this is what's going on. Like, no, but I wanted to actually put the pieces together with the symbolism of them two coming up and Sakura in the middle. I wanted to put that together. That's what he wanted. Naruto is doing his work for him.
But you can see them literally do it in the panel.
Yes. But he could talk about it instead of talking about them talking about it.
The Mark sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Mark is the type of dude that would be mad at the tutorial instead of just letting you learn what buttons to push. Like, I want to learn the buttons.
It seems very accurate.
I don't like this dude.
I also have strong feelings of dislike towards Totally Not Mark.
Again, this is a manga for young teens, so I'm gonna let it slide. I will, however, say...
You shouldn't. If you have a problem with it, speak your truth.
Yes. What the is the Rasengan?
What do you mean?
We've never seen, like, Kabuto's back get blown out like that.
You don't know what he and Oro do in that cave.
Not like that, sir. We're a Christian PG channel here.
We hate Christianity.
I am fine with it. I'm fine with all religion.
Yes, I do not subscribe to any of them.
Yes, absolutely. I'm fine with it, though. Just don't try to push it on me. I'm just trying to, like, how does it work?
It was incomplete, so it was a complete chakra, but he didn't put too much into it, so it didn't literally destroy Kabuto's insides as it should have.
Okay, but who has he fought where you look at their back and just go, "Woo, that boy got opened up like in rose petal"?
Clearly, ninja bodies are stronger than metal. This is just facts.
Is it though?
Fact. I mean,
but
have you seen somebody's?
But what about when they get stabbed by the kunai?
Metal can get stabbed by a kunai. Have you seen metal get stabbed by a kunai?
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Sure it got stuck in a wall or something.
Okay, so it went through it just like it would the flesh. Cool.
But that doesn't answer my question.
What was your question?
How does the Rasengan work if it's doing such a small thing frontal, but then blowing it out the back?
Yeah.
And why when it's not inside. Doing this? It's just sort of like like when Jiraiya does it. It's just sort of like in Kamehameha, and it engulfs one of the panes, and it doesn't.
But it went inside of the metal. So that's why it blew it out from the back. It doesn't go inside the people. It's on the outside. So if Naruto it was still in control and just hit the outside of it.
But why did it go in the metal?
Because Kakashi's force pushed it into a thrust as opposed to just like a
But
circular.
what about when he's running towards people or when he's
not
diving?
It's not a strong enough.
So
thrust.
Kakashi is stronger.
He's so strong.
I say we scrap this episode. this isn't going anywhere. Nobody needs to hear this.
Dude, it's been so little talking about It's like us slowly going insane.
I wonder why.
And then we listen to it, and then we get like flecks of sanity back, and that's us doing revisiting. And it's just like, yo, did you try the new?
What I did really enjoy was the role mentors are playing in this story. Whether that be Kakashi and Sasuke, which I will definitely speak about more later, Jiraiya's relationship with Naruto as I've described in the past, Sakura's new budding relationship with Lady Tsunade, and of course, Guy's relationship with Rock Lee. Rock Lee's been an
All of those mentors are kind of like the students.
Huh.
Kakashi,
So
loner,
thematic.
and just
So
sort of
simple.
by himself. Sharingan,
So ism.
Toad Man, and hey, happy-go-lucky but
So
serious
addict.
when he Rock Lee. It's
So theme.
how
So
many
simple.
how many stories do you think Kishimoto has to tell? Because I'm going one story.
Two.
One story. We need a mentor. The same character. Do it.
Yeah, it's you, but older.
Yeah. Sure.
He done been through what you've done been through, but now him this. All right, thanks, Kishi. You've
How
done it
very
again.
thematic.
You know what? It's so funny that if you were to really dissect it, you could see thematic things. It's kind of lazy. This mentor student, while you could see it as thematically, Kakashi's been through it and he's trying to. It's also kind of lazy
quite
because you're
lazy.
just doing the story you've already done. I mean, you can
absolutely.
see both sides, can't you, people? But you know, themes. And because you say themes, that's a thumbs up because we can't see the thumbs down anymore.
Sometimes. Kakashi.
Kaka Sensei.
He was in the Anbu. How did he get out? And
Him so scrunk.
why? You would think that.
You would.
What purpose is there to being just like, okay, Kakashi is legitimately top 3 ninjas in the village. Why is he teaching a bunch of bums? You would think
what
that
bums? You mean future Hokage Naruto?
what they presumed to be bums at the time. And don't give me, hey, he's fostering the Nine Tails, because there was 12 years of none of that. Don't give me that.
Hey, Erica was there. And I'm sure
But
the third did things.
But would you have Michael Jordan coaching basketball down the street, or would you just go, hey, get this B-level dude to do it? Because anytime that he's teaching these people how to do tree running, that's him that could be slaughtering millions of people because he's copy Kakashi.
Yeah.
Why is he a teacher?
All of them are teachers. They need to be.
Why?
Guy who is said to be... Because, you know, they don't have
They're
a lot
Jonin.
They don't have a lot of Jonins in the village.
Why do you need to be a Jonin?
Who are you going to get? Chunin?
Sure. Why not?
It's not...
They know more than them. And it's Jonin, so you're going on what? DC rank missions? And Kakashi's out there catching a cat.
No.
He's Kakashi.
His team is catching a cat.
And he's there
he's just-
when he could be escorting and CEO.
He's fostering their willingness to do missions.
And
how
any
important-
other in bum tuning couldn't do that.
Not like Kakashi
You just need
said.
to say 2 lessons ahead of the Jonin, and you good. And you could be the teacher. Kakashi should not be a teacher. Yeah. I'm sorry. This is stupid.
So who should be a teacher then of the Jonin?
Nobody? Iruka. Nobody. Because Asuma's amazing. He's the son of the Hokage. Kurenai is, as stated, the best genjutsu user in the entire village. Guy is a taijutsu master. And Kakashi. Copy Kakashi. These are all 4 specialists.
Yep.
Amazing motherfuckers.
Yep. So why wouldn't they foster other amazing mothers?
You do that when you become a chunin, and then you're going on difficult missions. But you're doing on little baby missions with a bunch of Genins.
Yeah.
So why do you need
are you telling me that
monster Jonin? Oh, you know what? Because then the Oro thing couldn't happen. Because they would have a surplus of money because Kakashi would be on a revolving door of missions. But now, since he's stuck with these children, the village ain't got no money.
There's so few Jonin left. Who's going to protect the village?
We don't know any more Jonin.
Yeah, there's so few. So who's going to protect
We don't know any, because just like the Hyugas, we don't know rank and file Jonin.
They don't matter. If they don't matter, you ain't
they
never
don't matter.
Seen.
We know it's the proctor from the Chunin exams a Jonin?
I think so. Or is he a Chunin?
I don't know.
Or are proctors specialists? Like you don't really have a ninja rank. You're just a test taker.
Well, how do you spec into that?
You don't have the ability to move past Genin all your life, so you got to do another job. It's like dropping out of high school.
Okay, but what if going back to the prelims and Neji goes nuts
completely
and about to kill Hinata, and he just like, that dude could kill me. I'm back here.
I think he was
all them other Jonin with in hand. Okay, I'm pretty sure he was there, but I'm sure he did the little baby thing.
I think he put his hand to his forehead or something, his fingers to his forehead.
Hinata.
I'm thinking that he can still handle a Genin every now and then.
Yeah, and 4 other specialist Jonin gang up on him. He's like, yeah, I'm helping. Look at this bastard. Look at him. He's doing everything.
I knew where he was.
Move forward. Yeah. Oh, look. My hand hurt.
Hey.
They got his hand, his neck. Oh, let me just do a little forehead. Is this a jutsu that he's attempting?
I knew where he was, though.
He didn't even grab Hinata and move her away. He's not doing anything.
He's putting them.
He's doing less than anything.
Fingers to forehead.
Hang on.
Yo, I'm so sorry.
What is this episode?
I'm so sorry.
No, not Anko, you piece of shit.
Oh,
he's a Jonin.
Okay, see, he's out there. That's a record file. There you go. He don't do nothing.
No, he's a special Jonin.
Oh, so he must have.
What? Why is he standing around going fight?
Because he's the special Jonin. That's his Jonin. Don't do it.
Special Jonin are ninja who, rather than having all-around Jonin skills, only accept in a specific area.
There you go. There you go.
Much like warrant officers in real-life military. Why'd you have to add that?
Yeah.
Whatever.
For people to understand.
For example, Ibuki can completely understand the workings of a human mind, making him an expert in interrogation. I forgot he existed. The dude with the scars.
Oh, yeah. That guy. Because I was like Ibuki, and then I realized I was thinking Erika.
They nevertheless possess enough skill overall.
Perpetual tuning Erika.
He's a bum. We don't even know a single ninjutsu that he can use.
Where was he when that village was getting razed?
Hiding with the children.
Protecting
like a coward.
The children. Well, don't look it up. We don't have time.
Where was Ibuki?
Iruka.
Sorry. Iruka.
We don't have time.
During pain.
Yo, this is a very bad episode. In fact, I'm going to put it in the Discord. Not to watch this episode, because it's really bad, and not for the reasons y'all think.
It's pretty bad, y'all. Was he one of the people that got his soul sucked? I don't think he was. Pain assault. Let's go. Pain assault. Yeah, after Jiraiya was killed. Oh my goodness, it's so short. Oh my goodness, during Pain's attack on Konoha, Iruka was found by one of Pain's bodies while attending to a wounded ninja. He refused to tell Pain where Naruto was and was almost killed. Kakashi intervened, however, allowing Iruka a chance to get the ninja to the hospital and to later join a squad of Konoha ninja to help repel the invasion. Sure he did.
See, he was doing things, big boy thing. It's just like the Nami thing. With Luffy gonna be the king. He knows he's gonna die, but he's not gonna compromise
his life is meaningless.
Value.
Nothing is lost if Iruka dies episode 1.
Love.
From whom?
Naruto. Oh, you got to see him become a big boy ninja. Dude, stop looking at the ratios.
8 minutes.
Stop looking at the ratios. I would advise you don't look at them clocks no more.
We gotta stop talking and let him go for a little while. Because, woo boy.
With Rock Lee. Rock Lee's been an interesting character in this story. From the moment I met him back during the Chunin exams, I knew I liked.
This is 8 minutes, and he's barely talked about the arc proper.
And
you constantly talk about, I'm putting out the best I can for me and blah, blah, blah. Cut out this 8 minutes and talk about more things within the arc. Mm-hmm. And that would definitely help. Less people would be upset at the bullshit you're pulling.
There's also a lot of people just sucking his balls, just going, you do what you do, Mark, you're amazing, I love this review.
Dude. Celebrity worship is so ridiculous where it's just like, you can do no... Dude, do you see how many times in the Discord these bastards call us out?
So like, much.
Hey, yo, what are you doing? Triton was disillusioned like 17 episodes. It's just like, y'all can't keep saying negative 10.
They can't keep being negative 10.
This little guy, with him time and time again throughout the story, whether it be in the Force of Death, the fight with Gaara, or his rehabilitation.
Why didn't you do this before?
He barely talked about Rock Lee in the Force of Death.
Dude, I really don't like Mark.
Yeah, he's really bad.
He's a terrible content creator.
He talked quite a lot about the Gaara fight, though. Of course he did, because you have to.
In the prelim?
Yep. What do you think it was?
Hype. Thematic?
Well, hype, yes. Thematic, yes.
Because it's like, no.
There's a hard worker and the guy standing there and big and he didn't and he did and then love and then I quit.
I wonder why people don't see Naruto like the Batman of like Shonen, where it's just like the people around him represent his various forms of psyche. Like Batman's villains represent various forms.
You got like 60 years and people talking about it, as opposed to this is just Naruto.
I mean, but Rock Lee represents the hard work of Naruto. Gaara represents what he would have been if he had never had friends, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to start stretching after a while.
People stretch with Batman.
Yeah, of course they do. But
what the is Black Mask representing?
His need to hide his face.
See what I'm saying?
What? What's the problem?
His need to hide his face.
Refute it.
It would take so much. Okay. You know what? No, I'm not.
Oh, you don't want to get derailed on this episode? Heaven forbid. We've been on the straight and narrow for so long.
Hey, yo, this episode is so simple.
It's so focused.
confrontation after that fight, he sort of, in a way, stood as an example of what a hero with a similar mentality to that of Naruto might appear like if he didn't have an all-powerful spirit trapped within him. When Naruto, in the first half...
It also doesn't have anything to do with the spirit within him. He also doesn't have a great support system. As you noted when you were just like, yo, his parents ain't even there for the life in altering surgery. And I was like, holy shit, they're not. He also doesn't have chakra. If he was just some normal rank and file bum with an average amount of chakra, that'd be something to say about it. But he got those things going against him. Big against him.
Story contended with inadequacy and a chip on his shoulder, eventually Kishimoto was forced to transition his character from one that struggled to make a difference to one who had to deal with the high expectations from those around him. Lee, on the other hand, because of the lack of advantages he has compared to Naruto, can fully lean into and embrace angles an outcast character like Naruto once was afforded. Naruto can self-heal thanks to the fox spirit inside him, and so a natural way to explore Lee's character to further distinguish him from Naruto is to have him absorb a tremendous amount of damage and the consequences of that action.
Natural.
Which brings me to his mentor, Guy. In many ways...
9 minutes, and he has barely talked about the arc proper. Do y'all see? This is so much... When people talk about there's no wasted time in manga, it's so tight, blah, blah, blah. So they just want that plot moving forward. Mark does canon filler. This does not matter for the most part for the stuff he's about to say. Because all this character exploration of Lee means nothing because all he does is fight Kimi and then it's just like, it's you gotta.
He is on his crutches as they're leaving the village, and then a couple days later, he's fighting like nothing ever happened. That's an issue. That is a big problem. Not only was he able to find Naruto, but he's able to fight basically like he was before.
Ways the mentor characters in this story mirror key attributes of their students' personalities. Guy is perhaps the most pronounced variation on this concept. Everything from his appearance to his...
I said this was a negative, and he said this is a positive. I said it was lazy. He's like, yo, this is kind of hype, y'all. They're like their students. I guess that's the difference between us, huh?
I guess. I don't want to be here.
I also don't want to be here.
It is 16 minutes left, dude. I hope we get into the actual arc very soon. How can he?
There's a lot of... He's a mark. He's Mark. There's a lot of faffing going on. You know that.
How much faffing can you possibly
9 minutes.
That's disgusting.
And plus he's got an ad coming up. That's about a minute.
He's gonna do the ad before he starts talking about
plus
the
that dumb commercial thing. Oh, you don't even know about the commercial thing that he does.
Oh no, what is he?
It's a commercial thing that he does. It's a commercial thing that he does, so don't even worry about that.
Desire to prove himself against Kakashi to his soul-destroying training exercises. In every sense of the word, the connection between Guy and Lee is as powerful as it is because they feel like father and son. Once again providing Lee in this story horrific odds for anyone to have to face, let alone a young teenager. I spoke about Guy before in a prior part, saying that I thought he saw a tremendous amount of himself in Lee, and due to that...
You think?
He's looking deep into it.
It is the most...
What?
Hey, I tripped over some dirt and unearthed something. Mm-hmm. There was something directly beneath this single layer of dirt, almost poking out of it. Mm-hmm. And he's going, before I said that, because you saw that hand poking out of the dirt.
It's a whole mummy down there and just like... Hey, y'all, I found the mummy. It was me. It was all me. I did it to... And it's just like, here I am. Hand poking out. And jewel-encrusted hand. Shining off the sun.
Do we have to do that?
If we hadn't been faffing about for so long, we'd have been done already.
You know what? This is just a bad day for you. This is your fault.
You know what it is? It's probably what that is. Just the lingering bad luck that's been going on all day for me.
Thought he saw a tremendous amount of himself in Lee, and due to that, sees him as something of an inspiration to even him. And while that was true, in this arc, their relationship is tested as Guy comes face to face with the consequences of the path he laid this young boy down. And so he's faced with a dilemma. Does he encourage him like he always had, to look the odds in the eye unblinking and take the surgery which has a 50% mortality rate? Or does he choose to discourage him out of
For what reason?
What?
It's fixing his arms and his legs. How would he die?
Blood loss maybe, because you gotta fix every bone in his bones are powder.
But
did they rebuild bone? It's not like they could take bone from other parts of his body. Did they rebuild bone?
But blood loss 50%? I don't think that's how that works.
I mean,
how would you calculate that?
How you gotta
And
think,
even if it was 50%, you go,
how many
we do
times
an arm
how
one.
many times did this surgery need to be done?
That's what I was about to say. You do arm one day and leg another. Let them heal in between. What was the surgery?
How many times has a hand or leg itself been fine? It's just all the bones within them are gone.
You talking about in Naruto or
in Naruto? It's to the point where we know what this surgery does, and it's 50-50, and only Tsunade can perform it.
What the was this surgery? Hey, it's a surgery and it's got a 50% and only Tsunade can do it. That's all we need to know.
Naruto is a lot of, hey, we're going to start tying this back into themes lazily. Naruto is very much like the DSP, the bram button. Where it's just like, you could, this surgery, it may work, but the chance of you dying if it fails, you'll die if it fails, and the chance of death, 50%. Like,
wait a second. No, I done already hit the button. Sorry, no questions.
Don't worry, Lee. You take the surgery, because if you die, I'll die with you.
Okay, but how exactly are you going?
Hey, we've moved past that.
I'm sorry,
the
but
logistics of the surgery.
It's just a way to get this emotional moment right here and now.
Are you telling me that Naruto is very melodramatic to be emotionally manipulative to a bunch of weebs and 13-year-olds?
It's so bad when you think about it.
We're not thinking about it.
But we have to now.
Why?
What the was the surgery?
Why do I ever have to think about it? You know what's funny? We did Naruto month. We've did videos before. We've done videos after. We've never thought, what was that surgery? And yet here we are. We have done a collective, had to be 20 hours thinking of Naruto. And we have never once questioned, why did you do what was
with 50%? Based upon what?
We never, don't look up the surgery.
I at least have to see if people are questioning this.
Of course they are. There's always going to be somebody that questions anything. Why can Luffy stretch? If somebody else ate a Sasuna finger, would they also have Sasuna? No.
Please. Nope.
The dang.
Wait a second. What?
Nope.
Somebody says he had bone fragments in his spine. It's not a matter of getting tissue to heal. They actually need to get them out.
I think I do remember him having bone fragments in his spine. Yeah, and only Lady Tsunade could finally... Yeah, that's why. Yeah, we're back at it. You done it again, Naruto. You're good again. You've answered all our questions, Naruto. Please stop Googling.
Hey, no, I need to... What? Please, somebody can please tell me what chapter that is.
This is a very bad episode.
I'd say it's one of our worst. Personally.
Oh my god. We're just in real time talking about how bad it is and continue to do the thing. Get back.
We're not stopping. We're not learning.
Stopping. We just said, yo, we gotta let them talk so we can get through this. And here you are Googling the fictitious surgery that Tsunade performed on Rock Lee so we know what it is. And what does that knowledge do for this video? Absolutely nothing.
Yep. A bone lodged in his spinal column.
Yep.
And removing them would involve an extensive operation that only she is capable of.
Yep. I could have sworn all his bones were dushed.
Oh, apparently, they just sort of rocketed into his spine.
Okay. Then.
Somehow.
Okay, then. So was it when he was jumping around? Because I'm sure the sheer force of crushing it didn't push it into your spine.
It's Naruto, baby.
It's Naruto, baby.
And you know what the worst part is? There's going to be somebody who commented just like, hey, it's the spine thing. As soon as they hear us questioning why the surgery thing happens. Hey. Edit that comment, person.
For his situation. It's a tremendous amount of responsibility, and it's a fascinating character study within this arc that I think has the most emotional resonance.
I'm done. I never want to hear Mark say emotional resonance in my life.
Y'all,
again.
Look, we say a lot of things. Mark is probably the worst reviewer we have ever seen.
We've done so many.
He is so limited in his verbiage and the way he describes things. Yes. And the things that he looks for, the things that he wants to talk about. He is not good.
And I feel like a big part of it is because he's just on such a tight schedule of read, write, record, send off, repeat.
Now, here's the thing. How do you live? Do you live lavishly? Do you live moderately?
I believe he's comfortable.
Okay, comfortable. Why would you not give yourself the time? Do you believe your audience looks for your content weekly, no matter what, and will not allow you a moment to breathe, to produce better content?
For the sake of a week off.
To moving to bi-weekly and doing better content.
People accept the Oda week off.
Hey, Loves was mad at first, but he gotta live.
This man might not make it.
But Jujutsu Kaisen mangaka was like, they were like, hey, yo, take some months off. And people accepted it. If your work is good enough, people will
be there when you come back.
When we were doing our biggest numbers before we started our move last year, because we had just came off of the Persona. We were doing a lot of good things. We were heading into Bleach Month. We were firmly in Bleach Month. And then we weren't uploading for like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, video by video, we are doing the best we've ever done. We are not set on a schedule. I don't think we will ever be set on a schedule. Even Saturdays when we say we're streaming, we can just go, don't want to do that.
Sunday.
We'll do it Sunday, or we'll just skip it. You got off
work? Hey, let's just do a quickie.
Why are you so beholden? Because I firmly believe, no matter what, no matter when we put out content, if it's content people want to see, they will see it.
Dude, when H-Bomber drops, I'm just like, hey, whatever I'm doing, I'm stopping. I'm watching that muff.
Hour and a half
Hard.
video. Off rip.
That's what it is. It doesn't need to be this hard. Hey, every Thursday at 12 p.m., y'all getting a video.
You can be the quartering who farts out 3 to 5 vlog videos a day. Just like the algorithms, live streaming, give me money through that. Or you could be like an H-Bomber guy or a Sean who's just like, I'm going to put out quality work infrequently.
But it's going to be some of the highest qualities you done ever seen.
What do you want out of your work and your health and your body?
Yeah.
Do you think you are doing the best possible job you can be doing? Because if the answer is no, take time off.
Do what you need to do that best possible. I think we're doing the best possible job that we can do.
And even if we weren't, we're not paid for it. So But if we were making, let's say, $80K a year off this.
Goodness.
I would be doing... I don't mean eat. don't try that. I think we would be trying to do the best possible work possible. Right, dude? This episode just shows we don't do the best possible work possible. Hey, dude. We would be way more focused.
You know, Mumps, in the comments in the Discord, it's gonna be bumping it.
Of course.
Because it's the silly rant stop for 45 minutes. That's usually some of the best stuff.
And on top of that, it's what makes us fairly unique to a lot of people. Because we just watch those you should stop hating on Bleach, Naruto, One Piece bullshit people. And it was just like constantly talking about One Piece, constantly talking about Naruto. There was no room for the jokes, for the back and forth, for the fun. Have some fun. Mark, are you having fun?
Is Mark having fun? Because he did describe just like, oh, I gotta get through this, and those sort of descriptive words of...
That's the scariest thing about being a content creator to me.
Once it becomes work.
Even once it becomes work, it can still be fun. Once it's just not fun. Mm-hmm. Like, when did Phil stop having fun playing games? I don't think it was right when he started getting money. Because I think even the move to Seattle was just like, yo, this is still some fun. I'd say maybe like 2014-ish, 15-ish.
I'd say when he started doing regular face cams, it's like every stream, because he did say that he was just leaning back, and every time he had to say something, he just leaned forward and said it, but he was just kicking back and
relaxing, having.
But now he's got to be always on. So that's probably what it is.
So, is this fun for Mark? The little chuckles in the sentences, that means nothing.
I'm sure he's enjoying Naruto. But is the recording process, the reading the comments...
How much can you enjoy a series when you know it's just fodder for content? Because it's not like he's going... Like me, I just read... I keep saying this, but I just read Beastars.
Oh, did you?
People asked us to read it like weeks ago, but it's not like hey, I need to read Beastars for my Beastars review. I can kick back and read that as slowly or as fast as I want. Mark has to read all of the Sasuke retrieval arc in the time frame,
and record, and have enough time that he did both of those to send it off to the editor so that they have enough time to edit it and upload it and proof watch and all that stuff.
So how much is he actually enjoying this stuff?
How much you just keep, yo, that was awesome, or do you have to go, yo, that was awesome, let me write this down so I can say that it was awesome.
Whoa,
later.
That was... There are times when my mouth drops open, and then to think that my mouth dropped open, my eyes went wide, and I gotta go, let me write that down so I can...
properly convey why it was awesome.
It would lessen the moment.
Yeah. That's why I am feverish for a Totally Not Mark interview, and it just does not exist. I need to see this man's process, what's he's doing with manga and all that stuff.
If we weren't so antagonistic,
we probably could have. We probably could have. But antagonism, that's very fun.
It is, but
it's fun.
We can't not be us.
No, absolutely not. I'm not gonna sit here and not call Mark a bum. Cause in no way, shape, or form is he not a bum.
Because my God,
he is a bum.
Bummery is a trillion.
And if somebody says that he is not a bum, please explain to me why he's not. Because some bum came up into our comments, I think it was just this morning.
Oh, no.
And go, oh my goodness, this is unwatchable. Not the review, but your reaction. That was too, oddly enough, a totally not Mark video.
Yep.
And within a minute, I said, any particular reasons why? No response. So if you're going to be like that, explain to me why he's not a bum after hearing everything that we said. We just left off on him saying emotional resonance.
With Lee and Guy.
What does that mean to Mark? And what do you think that means to Mark?
And what does that mean to you as an audience member?
He's not explaining it. So he's just saying things and you're getting whatever you want from those things. Where the is our food?
Oh, it's been here.
Oh, it's here?
Yeah.
Word when?
It got here like 7, kids.
Word when? Oh, I was gone.
Yeah.
That's why it was... Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just sitting in the refrigerator?
Yeah, your specific sandwich is in the door, and then there's a bunch of like small sandwiches that you just grab whatever.
That tomorrow.
Yeah. No, our food's been here.
Oh, man, because I'm sitting there just like... Man, I don't care. I'll eat ear.
You
start sewing
the Wendy's. Mark.
Let me get some of these chips. I gotta eat with my mouth open.
This might end up being a 4-hour play.
We can't let it be.
If you're in the market for new wireless...
Mother! Now, you know, in sitcoms where it would just be like, "Oh man, that was convenient. That was staged." I'll admit that to the audience. We set that up. That took like 3 takes. We finally got it, y'all. What the was that? What kind? How do you go from this man's life 50% could be over and emotional resonance pop this in your ears? 50%. Oh, it charges so quick, y'all. It's so cheap.
Are Raycons any good?
Chris!
Here he comes. I didn't know he had Raycons.
He just bought them.
Okay.
Have you been using your Raycons?
Yeah.
How are they?
They're pretty good. Well, the problem is
your right dumb ears.
No, my right ear is kind of going out. It's muffled.
Your ear or the headphone?
My ear.
Oh, you should get that checked out, homie.
Get that checked out, Chris. That sounds like
that's not a thing that you just leave there just like, oh yeah, I'm just losing my hearing in my right ear. That's fine.
Is it like wax?
It's just muffled, so
always?
Not always. It just happened like last week. It coming back now.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's just probably a wax buildup.
Yeah.
Get some peroxide, mix it with a little bit of water, pop that in your ear, leave it in there for like 2 minutes. It'll get rid of that wax. Yeah. Take a little bit of a Q-tip. Don't go too deep in, and then just sort of swab it.
Yeah, that's what I did yesterday. I almost pinchered my ear.
Oh yeah, you got to be careful.
I was like, ooh, whoa.
No, because that same thing happened to me. It was just like, it was clearly just gunked up. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong here. It's just big gunked up. I just need to let it play its course. And then I was just like, oh, it's been going on for like 3-4 days. Let me just look it up. And then I saw the peroxide. Worked like a charm.
There you go.
But why would you bring up your ear issue when we talked about the headphones? That has nothing to do with that. Yo, how are those shoes? Oh man, my arm hurt. What the?
It's not even that. It's just like, how are them shoes? Well, I got bunions, so I got calluses. That don't mean nothing about the shoe. They're pretty good, but my ear is muffled.
No one ever.
Hey, how that pizza? Pretty good, but I'm lactose intolerant.
Okay, but did it
That has
taste?
nothing to do with the consistency.
So they're pretty
So
good.
they're pretty good.
Why do you roast me right after?
No, but you, Chris, come on now. You did. That didn't make any sense. There was
That didn't
no
make
through
any
lie.
It happened for a couple of days.
Yeah, okay.
Did you get him through a YouTube promotional? Help somebody out on YouTube?
Yes.
Who?
Team 4-star.
Yeah.
Well, I probably would have went somewhere else. They got enough money.
Yeah.
Probably just support a little smaller person.
That's what I do.
But you know, you do you.
There were no LA.
Yeah, you just like,
it's
yo,
the
I need
people you like.
Raycons
Yeah.
right now, and then you watch the video like, oh crap.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Search YouTube for Raycon and just go, all right, you got like 13K views.
Found them.
But it's just like you got 13K views. I don't know what you're about. I don't know what you make.
When I look on Amazon, they're pretty much the same price.
Oh, word? Oh, so that's a scam.
Yeah.
So do they pump it up through the site and then have the promotion so it...
Oh my goodness.
So when I look on, it was like
We're not going to get a Raycon sponsorship.
It was like
I don't give a
it was like 30 or it was like 119 originally. So when
119.
But no, that they put that price up there, and then they'll do the red slash through, and you can get them on sale right now for $50.
Oh, that's that bullshit.
They're always $50.
So when I actually look on Amazon, it was like $79. I'm like, oh, what the.
$79. That's a little much.
That's a lot for some.
Very good.
I do. I bought them in Amazon Basics, some bullshit. That was just like $24, and I still rock them boys every now and
I
then.
think I got Anchor, and Anchor is a leading boy whenever I need something. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's Anchor got?
I need some new USB-C cords, and I'm going through Anchor.
Anchor was $24.
Yeah,
Them boys are banging.
I think y'all buying a name. It's like Nike.
Yeah,
Nike.
that's what it is. The name is that's
give me some in Pumas, and I'll rock them out. I don't care. Some Filas.
Dumb
That's what I
right.
was going to give you for your birthday, some new shoes.
I don't need no new shoes.
Man, those shoes are terrible. I hate
What
those.
shoes?
I understand, Chris.
I got boots.
I
Not those
understand.
boots, but the little.
Oh, Bruce gave me those. Yo, Daddy gave me them.
They're terrible.
No, they're not.
I
They're
understand.
comfortable.
They're
Chris, I'm
comfortable.
with you. I got you.
They're comfortable.
They're terrible.
Yo, Daddy gave me them. Are you insulting Yo, Daddy?
Yes! Yes, I am!
I got you, Chris.
He did what though?
They were too big for They were too small for
They were too small for him, but he still bought them just like, yo, I like these. And I
You
like
gonna
them.
wear them around the house, not everywhere else.
I don't wear them everywhere else, but I got those which are airy. Shut up. I got those which are light and airy, and I got boots which aren't. Those are my only two pairs of shoes.
Okay,
Chris,
I don't need any more shoes. Because if I needed shoes, what would I do, Chris? I'd buy them boys.
Here's the thing.
You too cheap to buy them.
You too
That's the way you gonna try to sit here and call me out. I got two pairs of shoes, don't I?
Yeah.
What do I need more? What do I need more than two pairs of shoes for? Answer my question.
Okay.
Do I care about fashion? Do I care about matching?
you don't.
No, I care about comfortability and function. These are warm and these are cool.
All right. Too hot for the boots. Imagine like a summer day, right? Heavy rain. Too hot for
Some
the boots.
lighter shoes for that. Yeah. I'm with you, Chris.
I wear the boots.
It's too hot for the boots. Man.
No, it's not too hot for the boots. I wear the boots. I wear the boots and no socks.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Yo, stinky in talent.
Oh my goodness! Me and I'm going to the foot museum. What the f are you talking about? I don't go nowhere. Whoa, I'm taking my shoes off around. I smell my feet.
I'm with you.
They're terrible shoes.
They're terrible.
They're not
shoes.
terrible shoes.
Real
You know what? I don't care what y'all think. I like them.
I I got it.
That's all that matters.
I'll just buy you some cheap.
I don't need any
I'll
shoes.
buy it.
Chris, I'm not going. I'll tell you this right now. I'm not going to wear them. It's going to be a waste of your time. It's going to be a waste of your time and a waste of your money. Them boys going to be sitting there pristine, not creased at all.
What if they're better than the shoes you have? Though?
Well, how could they be?
What if they're more comfortable?
How could they be?
You mean to tell me you've reached the apex of comfort?
I believe so.
Unbelievable.
No way.
This man is insane. He will go through unbelievable lengths to not spend a penny or have you spend a penny on him.
I am set in my way.
I understand.
You know what?
You are 32.
One.
You're 32 in what 20 days?
19.
You are 32. You can't. You 31. You can't be set in your ways. You're still in the key demo market of people that can be introduced to anything. 18 to 34, and you're sitting there telling me you're done with shoes.
Brain stop development at 25, and that's when it ends. I'm not done with shoes. I'm done with shoes until I need more shoes.
I'm gonna put scissors to those shoes, Chris.
Don't put scissors to my shoes. Those were a gift.
I'm gonna put.
They were a gift.
So wait, stop. So they were a gift, right?
Yes.
So if I give you the shoes,
no, because you're not doing it to be nice. You're doing it to spite me.
I'm not.
He's literally doing it to be nice.
No, that's not how that works.
It's your birthday. I'm gonna buy you some shoes.
Nope.
What type of spiteful?
Nope. I'm gonna buy you some shoes. Why are you buying me some shoes? Because you need shoes. Because those shoes are trash. Oh, you insulting my shoes?
Yes.
I don't need it.
But that's not out of spite.
Yes, it is. Don't wear those ugly shoes. Wear these nice shoes. Kill that.
Okay. If I buy you a car and your car already broken down, it's still functioning and it's still a comfortable car, but
the door pops open on its own.
No, but the car is broken down. There are issues with the car.
Okay.
There's no issues with the shoes. Other than y'all think it's ugly.
So
I'm going to put scissors to
Don't
shoes.
touch my shoes.
All right. You know what?
Them boys comfortable.
What do you buy you then?
I buy me stuff.
No. What do us, as your brothers, for birthday/Christmas get you? Because you don't want functional. You don't want
I got
fashion.
functional.
You got everything.
Yes.
And if you don't got it, you bought it in June. Or you'll buy it in April. Let him buy you some shoes.
I don't need shoes.
That is not about need.
I don't want shoes.
You need water. You want him to pay the water bill?
I don't want shoes.
What do you want?
I don't know what I want.
Exactly.
But it's not shoes.
Superman.
This mom gave me a rubber ducky, and it's just like, oh, you didn't say you didn't want it. I'm like, I don't. What am I gonna do with this? I have no purpose for a rubber ducky. I have no purpose for new shoes.
To wear them.
I got shoes
they can
to wear.
feel better. You don't know, but you're not even gonna try because you think you've reached the apex of comfort in your mind.
That apex,
pretty
come
good.
on.
I mean, it's pretty up there.
It's not up
you know
there.
what?
You say you don't put your foot in the shoe.
What shoe?
You don't put your foot in that shoe. How you know it's not the apex of comfort?
Because there's always something more comfortable.
That's what I say to you.
So do you think you've eaten the apex of pizza?
Yes.
Wow, there's nothing left with this kid, dude.
Really?
We can't do anything.
Yeah. How?
That $5 boy up the street when that
You
boy
think that was the apex of pizza?
It was probably the best sauce I'd ever had.
Was that Florence?
No. It was up on Alcoy. You remember that store that was right across the street from?
Yeah.
And it was only there for in a hot minute.
It was there for like 3 months, and then they were gone. We were there.
That
customers.
boy was banging. I don't know if in Vince's. Vince's is the best pizza I ever had.
This is okay.
No, it was the best pizza I ever had. Vince's is the apex of pizza.
I was more fan of sub than.
A sub and some meat and some ham.
What the?
That's
ham
meat.
is not
Yeah,
meat.
I know. Pieces.
Okay.
You know what? Black Friday. Not Black Friday. Secret Santa.
Secret Santa?
He can't refuse.
Yeah, there you go.
Gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
So we'll
like
get him
it.
nothing for his birthday, and then we'll see what we're doing for.
I won't like it.
I don't care.
How about a
I
shirt?
probably won't wear it. What?
How about a shirt?
I got plenty of shirts. I got too many shirts.
How about some pants?
I got like 3 pair of pants. I'm cool. Man don't need more than 3 pair of
I'm gonna
pants.
choke you.
Dude.
How many legs do I have?
2.
Okay,
What
so
you-
that's 1 pair of pants.
How about
No, I'm going to get him shoes.
I don't want shoes.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to toss those shoes into the garbage.
Don't touch my f***ing shoe.
Better not leave him out.
Don't touch my shoe.
How about some new some stuff for the exercise?
For what?
Oh my god! What do you want?
No, but like
about-
what
how-
for the exercise?
How about some bigger and one size bigger, one size smaller dumbbell?
I already got that.
You got a 20 and a 30.
5.
35. 20 and a 35. Why not 15 and a 50?
Why?
So you can move up and down throughout for the.
I'm good. Started doing push-ups.
I don't like this, man.
I don't.
I'm just going.
I'm sorry,
I'm just
but like y'all acting like this is something unique. Bruce and Mama the exact same way.
No, they were not like this.
Yo,
Mama had 50 purses.
Okay, Mama was different.
Okay,
and she'll be like, "I want this." And Bruce will be like, "Here you go."
You gotta throw some of this out.
But Bruce, he's just like, well, whatever. He'll be
No,
like, give me a mop, give me a slow cooker,
yeah.
or in Ninja.
I want some
no,
tools.
Bruce is different. He'll get something that is functionally for everybody, to fix something, to cook something, to sweep something.
Mm-hmm.
It's rarely for him.
All right, get something functional for everybody. Like some new, a new dish rack.
No, I'm getting him shoes. I'm getting.
I don't want shoes.
I am dead certain.
Chris, I'm telling you.
Okay.
They will go to waste.
Okay, that's cool. They'll go to waste. Go ahead, Chris. Thank you.
I will.
We gotta get back to our revisited.
Right.
It's
It's
a terrible ratio. This is a terrible video.
Oh boy.
This is a terrible video.
This
On
is-
our part, this is our worst video.
Yeah, don't I don't know about this episode.
I mean, this is gonna be the end of part 1.
This is
That
gonna
whole
be
thing.
the end of us. People are gonna leave in droves. Like, oh, okay, y'all not even trying. We came here for content.
No, we wanted y'all to watch Market. This is what y'all give us. Y'all yelling about shoes.
For 10 minutes? That was too long.
20 from the beginning of Raycon to what a terrible episode!
What trash, dude? This. How do we recover? Was it the Dritz video that changed us?
Boy, it was pre and
Did we
post.
forget how to do Revisited?
No, I think it's just Mark. Mark does something to. It's like a biological change in our brain, where something clicks on and clicks off. It's like a valve. It's releasing pressure here to build pressure over here. So we're building our nonsense pressure because our analytical pressure just cannot take this bullshit he's spewing. What do we do with emotional resonance?
And then he just drops it into Raycon.
Directly into Raycon.
It's like it's perfectly into it.
Like I'm just another model with the rest of the models, guys.
Give me a second. I need to get my charger because it's 6%.
Yep. End of part 1.
Oh, that's Put it in. Put it on.
Yeah,
on this in.
Yeah, you think I'm not?
Man, no, I'm gonna be walking away right now. Leave it all in.
I mean, I gotta go to the bathroom and get some water, so
Leave that in.
I don't think I need to leave me in pissing. Oh, for some reason,